smoke.
Welcome everyone.
More the better.
Welcome everyone to another edition of Remote Transmission here on IPMNation.com. And my usual co-host Dan Ranlett pussed out tonight. So instead, I'm sitting here with Andrea.
Yay!
And she's going to help me do this interview. And we are very pleased to be sitting here with the members of Mortuus Ortus. Did I say the name right?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Okay. Very good. Let's start with Andre, and we'll go around the room. Just tell me who you are and what you do in the band.
Andre Dumont. Yeah. Singer, drums.
Yeah! Yay, Andre.
Yeah, unlike Andre, I'll use my band name. Jason Skulls, bass and backup vocals.
Okay.
I'm known in the band as Sean the Dead. I play guitar and help out with the backup vocals, and I have a trumpet solo in one particular song.
Do you really?
A trumpet solo.
Trumpet solo.
A horny solo.
A horny solo.
A horny solo. I love that name.
Now, you don't do that at every show, right? Because I don't think I've seen that yet.
Depends on the venue.
Yeah.
If we have enough time, we'll pull it out. Sometimes lately with shows, we do what we feel while we play. We don't really structure it. We just let it go.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
Whatever works best with the night, the atmosphere just kind of comes,
Sure.
So
Andre, you play drums, but you also are the lead vocalist. That's very unusual.
Yeah. I find it to be a wonderful challenge.
Yeah. Is it a challenge? Is it difficult, or?
It definitely can be sometimes.
Yeah.
Especially when you're, putting in so much effort into playing and then, just trying to hold out certain notes. You're trying to add emphasis in on something, and it's just like, holy crap, my lungs are collapsing.
Is that something that's gotten easier over time? Was it more challenging in the beginning? Or?
Yeah, it was it was a train wreck at the beginning.
Was it really? Yeah.
I mean,
a knowing laugh.
No, I mean, in the first incarnations of the band and stuff, it was like, the lack of being able to find a singer, and it was just like, you know what, I got tons of lyrics, I got so many ideas in my head that it's just, okay, well, I'll tell you what, I'm going to just try and play and sing at the same time.
Yeah.
And, at first, it was definitely, there's tempo issues, and then there's, singing and running out of breath issues, and just but persistence.
Yeah.
And eventually you just find that natural groove, and it all just starts coming out, and practice does make perfect.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, it's definitely one of those things you just keep at it, and it all comes together in the end.
You definitely got great vocals.
Oh, well, thank you.
Do you do the vocals for the whole show? The lead, or
Jason's got a song where he sings lead in one of the verses.
Oh,
Sean
right.
sings in some of them too, but
yeah,
everybody, we try and, if you have something to add in, we try and get it in there.
Right.
Definitely.
Where does the name come from, Mortuus Ortus?
Good story.
absolutely, it's Latin.
Uh-huh.
We translate it as to die and to rise, essentially.
Okay.
So almost as if a rebirth, but as a zombie.
Oh, okay.
Sean the Dead.
Essentially, but it certainly is a very nice sounding. I love. We all kind of love the way it just meshed. The sound of it, of the name, just had a cool ring to it.
Yeah.
And it stuck. We were playing around with, Andre. What was the band? What did the band used to be called?
Graveyard Shift.
Yes. Tell us about Graveyard.
It used to be
Shift.
Graveyard
I
Shift.
remember Graveyard Shift. Yeah.
Consisted of 5 people, and eventually you go through evolutions and stages where, so sometimes it's a long and hard road and trial and error, and getting everybody that on the same page of what your end result wants to be, and everybody being able to work with each other on being able to do it and actually accomplish those things.
Right.
So, eventually it just was like, you know what, this has got to go, and so I was trying to figure out some way of putting together, I don't know, it was crazy. It was just like trying to figure out a name for the band, and I'm like thinking of all different kinds, and it's like, Dead Rising, it sounds cool, trying to stick into that kind of horror kind of thing.
Yeah.
Just because, we were Graveyard Shift, we're dark creatures of the night, You know, so
Right.
we had to try and think of something in the name that was going to still capture that element.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I was like, Dead Rising. Oh, but that's a damn video game. Fuck those motherfuckers.
Yeah.
And so I was just like, all right, Latin translator, Dead Rising. Oh, Mortuus Ortus.
Yeah.
It
Band
was
names
like-
are important to tell
It
your
was
story,
either
kind of.
Dead Rising or Dead Birth or, in its present tense, To Die and To Arise. And I was like, well, that's basically what's happening to the band right now.
Sure.
Killing off the old and we're rising up as a new one. So
Right.
the name fit the band, the sound of the name fit the band, just its overall approach just was right with the music, the band, the persona that we have.
Yeah.
So it all worked out really cool. And that's how it ended up happening.
And what is the persona that you guys? How would you describe that? Because having seen you live, you know, it is sort
Oh
of
my God.
theatrical and you kind of dress
really,
up. And,
really dark, kind of gothic, just a little over the top. Like I wear all these chains. To be, you know, I used to have long hair. I don't anymore. So I'm like,
yeah.
you know, you're moving around stage. You want it to be visual. So I have these chains. They swing around. You know, it's visual. It's like, wow, what's happening over there? You know, Sean has his whole look. You know, the two of us work together and try to create a look that's like not quite the same, but you know, kind of match somehow. And we're just completely animated all over
Yes.
the stage. Like I said earlier to you, sometimes if we can, we put Andre right up front with the drum set, and Sean and I will run around behind him.
Yeah.
You know, and the crowd loves it.
All I
If
need
the
is
venue-
pyrotechnics.
Oh yeah, pyrotechnics.
Yeah, if the
Yes.
venue has a thing for it, I will actually hang myself. You probably remember seeing me with the chain.
Oh, absolutely.
around my
Yes. Yes.
neck. Yeah,
As a
if I
safety
can-
Are you gonna hang yourself on
yeah, if I
Saturday night?
can, I could.
Can
I
you
can
do a
it
birthday
there.
hang for me?
I can do it there.
Oh
Yes, I can do it
yeah,
at
that would be
Millie's.
awesome. I'd
So
love to see
I
it.
will hang myself at Millie's.
Yeah,
And-
right
and
on.
It's cool, Jason, where you notice in his band name with his skulls in it, Jason Skull, he certainly keeps a good skull theme to it. What I tend to do with my look, which it complements his, but I go for more of the post-apocalyptic era.
Yeah.
You know, it's the gothic mixed with Mad Max and stuff like that.
Right.
That's how it's been lately, anyway. Kind
Yeah.
of. I don't know if you ever heard of
It's been fun.
steampunk, but I kind
Yeah.
of throw in tiny elements of that.
Yeah.
Just,
Oh,
but it depends on how I feel that night too.
Yeah.
If I'm feeling that's how it's gonna be, that's how it's gonna be, and it works, and I think it affects how it comes out.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, he had these goggles. He was wearing the last few shows. I told my girlfriend about it. I was like, she's like, I have some goggles too. So we played the Middle East at Cambridge. Here I come with goggles on.
Yeah.
I can imagine him. You know, just to do it. You
My
know, just
brother
because.
lent me these welding goggles, if you will, and they have these big opaque lenses. Put those out, but they have it's just the look of it was so post-apocalyptic.
Yeah,
It's cool.
yeah.
It had a cool look to it.
What about you, Andre? What do you go for as far as your look on stage? How would you describe it?
Mine changes.
Yeah.
Mine's just like this weird evolution. It just like some days it's almost piratey, some days it's like almost gothy, some days it's like the dark creepy cowboy dude, you know. It's
Yeah.
there's all kinds of different things, and it's like I just try and grab whatever element I'm feeling for the
Sure.
show.
Sure.
You know?
Yeah.
And at the same time, it leaves so much room for creative expression
Right.
in the
right.
future too.
Sure.
I'm a fan of changing things up all the time.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I was gonna say sometimes he's the asshole in the sunglasses.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
By his own words. By his own words.
Oh.
By his own words. I'm not saying he's an
Only
asshole.
assholes wear sunglasses at night.
Yeah, it's only some assholes.
That's your girlfriend right there, right?
Yes.
Oh, she's so cute. That's awesome.
So now you guys have this. How many tracks are on this? Is this your EP? Or
That's our
demo or
3-song demo.
okay? Do you have an album out yet, or is that in the works? Or?
That is in the works.
Okay.
Yes.
Once we
very
actually
soon in the
key
process.
In the works.
Yes. Early 2010. We're hoping.
Okay. So if somebody wants to get to your music now, do they just go to your MySpace?
Absolutely.
That'd be the quickest way.
Our band name is, if you look it up at Google, the first 7 pages will be basically just links to our MySpace page.
Okay.
And it's spelled Mortuus. You type that in Google, it'll bring you a link to MySpace, which has our entire demo right on there, ready to listen to. And it's we do not charge for anyone to listen to, download our music. We
Sure.
want the world to be able to take part in Mortuus.
We actually have a great live video on there too.
Oh, do you?
From,
Okay.
Club Hell.
It's
From
awesome.
some time ago,
This
so that
video.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah, anybody out there, we want a real video shot.
I don't know. Any video photographers out there?
so now the disc that you're working on, have you already started recording it? The one that you're going to be putting
Nope.
out?
But we have all the ideas.
Yeah.
It's all there.
Yeah,
It's just a matter of finding that right person that's gonna help us in that way.
Right, right. As
Yeah.
far as an engineer or a producer, or do you plan to produce it yourselves? But
That's the thing. I mean, there's a lot of things to look at in that aspect. We've had a couple people offer us, and of course, when doing that, it's waiting for time schedules and
Sure.
when they're available to be able to do it. And at the same time, I'm seeing other options where we might be able to start doing it ourselves here real soon.
sure,
And
yeah,
just at least get the ball rolling.
right,
you know?
right.
And I mean, if you have the tools, why not try and do it yourself too?
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, it may not be the biggest, greatest production sound that you'll ever hear, but at least you're gonna know that you're doing a good job at getting what you want and want to hear out of it.
Exactly. Well, why don't we play a track from the demo? What do you guys want to play?
Let's go with She Dwells.
She
Oh,
Dwells.
yeah,
So we're
it's a good
listening
one.
to now.
Good one.
Alright,
Right
cool.
here behind us.
I'll cue it up here, and this is She Dwells from Mortuus Ortus here on Transmission.
Just wait for me dancing away. As if
about your influences, guys? Who are you influenced by?
I love '80s metal.
Yeah.
Judas Priest, Iron Maiden,
Yes.
that type of thing. That's where I came from. Actually, far off from the metal spectrum, Pink Floyd is one of my major influences as well.
Yeah.
I see probably some psychedelic stuff coming into our future, but not yet. Not so much yet. But that's really my thing.
Yeah.
The '80s metal.
Yeah.
These guys.
It's neat because we have some pretty diverse influences. Where Jason's '80s, I tend to be a little more newer. I love progressive rock along with heavy metal, and I'm sure you've heard of Opeth,
Oh yeah.
Dream Theater. I'm sure you've heard of Tool,
Yeah.
which are perfect
Who are they?
circle. Anathema. I don't know if you ever heard of
Yes,
them.
yes.
I love Anathema so much.
Uh-huh.
And Typo Negative is, you've heard that influence. Andre can certainly testify that Typo Negative has an influence. So, and that's the cool thing with Andre. Andre has a whole other influence as well.
Yeah, I don't even know where to begin.
I have no influence.
Yeah, I just have so many things. I can't say that I really have any specifically favorite band that I listen to. There's like key elements of so many things.
Yeah.
Ranging, you go Sabbath, you go Typo, you go back to Corrosion of Conformity and Megadeth, and there's just like all kinds of cool little things here and there and everywhere that you pull influences from and creates a whole thing in itself. So, yeah, I don't know. I can only say that there's like so many that I can't even really name them all.
Right. Now I don't think none of you mentioned the Misfits. Do you guys
Oh,
feel
that,
like
yeah, that gets I would say
Don't
that's
believe
definitely
me, they're in there.
Yeah.
Believe me.
It's funny how we
You know.
get some of the reference to that, but it's.
Well, we do have some punk influence. We have a lot of different, like
Punk
we were
is
just saying about the
awesome.
influences. I mean, you listen to our music, there's a core sound, but you will hear some elements of punk. You will hear some elements of the '80s metal. You will hear some elements of some goth. You will hear elements of doom. There's a lot of different stuff happening.
Yeah.
Even within the songs. I mean, we have some that's like, we have one that's it's all punk, all, pretty much all the way. Well, I say punk. These guys don't feel the same way about the song as I do.
Yeah.
But I feel that, and then all of a sudden the ending is just something completely different.
Yeah.
Off the wall, totally doom ending, and we'll throw stuff like that. We got rock and then doom, and then metal, then this, and we throw different stuff at you. It's like you listen to a song from the beginning, and you hear the verse and the chorus. And a lot of bands you might hear, okay, that's where the song's gonna go to the end. Us, you're not necessarily gonna get that.
Yeah.
Some songs you might, but other songs there's gonna be twists, there's gonna be something else thrown in there that's just unexpected.
Sure.
You know?
And at the end of the day, when we practice, we put the stuff together. It's just what sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's whatever.
It's
It's just whatever
flows.
works.
It's just what happens, and it's the atmosphere that we get in, and we try not to think of ourselves as we're conforming ourselves to what another band sounds like. We're influenced by that. We certainly know what we love to listen to, but when we come together and we practice, it just comes out. Our chemistry is just there for what sounds good for us, and just it builds off of that, and it finds itself coming into songs that we write. Now we can proudly say we're up to 15 songs that we've written, that we've done together and that we've created, and just to know that we created something that just kind of came together and it has its own rigidity, if you will. It's unbelievable. It just makes me feel so good. I would imagine that they feel the same.
So is it fair to say you don't approach the songwriting thinking, okay, we have to create something that sounds like this or like that, but it's more organic. Yeah.
It's more whatever just happens.
Sure. Do you all write together?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're a family.
Yeah,
with
the
this.
music all
Yeah.
happens collectively. The lyrics, Andre writes a lot of the lyrics. I write some of the lyrics. Sometimes I throw Andre ideas, say, hey, I have some of this. You put your spin on it. I figure ultimately he's singing the words.
Right.
If I have something but I don't know what to do with it, you know, I'm like, you know, have at it.
Yeah.
You know, I'm sure. I don't think Sean has yet to put some words to,
I'm
but I
working
know
on
he's working on
some.
stuff.
Are you?
He has
Yeah,
some
I'm working
ideas. Yeah, he has some good,
a little
he has some
project
good
called,
solid ideas.
it's called
So.
H1 End All.
Yeah.
Leave it at that. Imagine this H1 virus as we know it. Don't flesh-eating zombies because. But that's I don't want to reveal too much, but
That's a
on the
secret.
horizon.
Sean's secret song.
Oh my.
Right? I know. It really makes you think. Oh goodness.
Do you? This might be a stupid question, but I'm curious. Do you guys run into problems with people misspelling the name? Or mispronouncing the name?
Yes.
It's more mispronouncing than
Really?
spelling.
Yeah?
No, it's the
but
spelling
yeah,
too.
spelling.
I have a collection that I've been trying to amass of all the misspellings in print. Anytime I
Really?
see a misspelling, because I want to put this on on our liner notes of our CD.
Yeah.
Every time that we play somewhere and it's a misspelling, I think the worst was
Mortuus.
Yeah, Mortuus Ortus. So it's like there's a PH and there's a PH and an A. There's just like you know. Usually people just get Mortuus Ortus. They miss the second U. In
Oh,
Mortuus.
okay, right.
You know, no big deal. But
Yeah.
If
I've
someone-
seen, you know,
If someone
Yeah.
comes
I've seen
that
some ridiculous
close
stuff.
to saying our name, Mortuus Ortus, and that they remember that much,
Right.
I'm so honored.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
It's like you've remembered that much about our name.
Yeah, you're
Wow.
You're
Yeah.
close enough. You're getting there. You're getting there for effort.
That's
you know?
awesome.
But yeah, it's funny. It's funny. I definitely have a list.
Yeah.
You know, that I've been collecting. I've seen Mortuus with a D. I've seen
Really? Yeah.
A lot of times it's just one U instead of two, of course. But yeah, it's problems. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. You know, we you know, I tend to correct people. Someone says Mortuus Ortus, I'm like, oh no, actually it's Mortuus. If you say, oh, think of the word mortuary.
Right.
Mortuus. And they're like, oh, cool, thanks, man. You know, it's like,
Yeah.
you know, I'm like, I don't care. They can go back to you know, what, Mortuus Ortus? I don't care, you know, but,
Right.
you know, as long as people are listening.
Yeah.
You know,
Absolutely.
they listen, they come to the shows and enjoy. Actually, I was at work today. This is a good story for everyone involved. I was at work. One of the coworkers, he comes in to work about 9 o'clock. I'm already there at 7. So he comes in. I'm on break. He's like, hey, how are you? Good morning. He's like, dude. He's like, your band gets me pumped up in the morning. I'm like, really? I'm like, really? You've been listening to our CDs? Like, yeah. I just listened to it on the way here today. I'm like, wow, thanks.
That's awesome. Yeah.
I'm like, that's good to know that the CD gets in good hands. You know,
Yeah,
it's good to know that people are out there listening.
Absolutely.
Sometimes it doesn't feel it. We were discussing shows with low turnout.
Sure.
You know, but it's good to know that people are listening. They can't always come to the show. We understand. But.
Yeah. And you guys recently played the Middle East. What was the name of that
Yes.
event? Morgue.
Oh, it was
Mass Morgue.
Mass Morgue.
Mass Morgue.
It was the 6th annual Mass Morgue. It was the first time at the Middle East. So it was like really exciting. Yes, it was very exciting for us to be a part of that.
What a crowd there too.
Really? Yeah.
The energy there
Yeah.
was just fantastic. You know, sometimes shows you just know that you're going up against a brick wall.
Yeah.
At the Middle East, we were just one with the whole energy that was there. And
That's great.
It's just unbelievable.
Yeah.
When you can walk away from something knowing that everyone really enjoyed themselves, had a great time.
Yeah.
We had a great time.
Yeah.
What more can you ask for? You know, you can't put a dollar value to that. It's just the feeling. It's just so much.
Absolutely.
It's such a memorable thing for us
Yeah.
to do that. They're an honor, you know, if anything.
Yeah.
It was great to have that.
To go there.
Is that been the highlight so far, as your live shows, or
Um,
has there been any others that have really stood out?
As far as I'm concerned, I
Yeah.
think that was like, you know, what we've been building towards this year.
Yeah.
We have had a couple other really good shows. We did a show in Salem. We played Club Hell, and you know, had a few along the way that have been really good. But as far as I'm concerned, it's like that's what we've been working towards, and it just happened. Like Sean says, it was just amazing. And 2010, we're looking to really just start hitting, you know, broadening out. Maybe get down to New York. Maybe get up to Montreal. Maybe get out
Sure.
to Pennsylvania. You know, spread things out.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have someone up there that really wants to see us, so hopefully we can get up there for them. But
Do you guys do any covers, or is it all originals?
We do a cover. but
The
on
only
field.
cover that we got so far is Electric Funeral, covering a good old Black Sabbath tune.
Yeah, good. Yeah,
So that's
Can't go wrong there.
yeah,
definitely got our own rendition,
yeah.
and it kicks ass.
Cool.
Those are always
So-
best.
Yeah,
Own
there's
rendition.
a couple that the ideas are there, but they will not be revealed until they are done.
Yes.
Because they're definitely gonna like take people and make them go, whoa, I remember that song, and it's gonna just take it to that other cool level.
Yeah.
So
What do you guys have coming up that you want to mention? Any big shows coming up you want to?
on Saturday we have
Saturday the 14th.
Saturday the 14th.
If this is before or after your
November.
show. Yes.
Yes, it's Millie's
I
Tavern.
tried it. I tried.
And the band's playing on that. Let's see, we got Mantra, Potsy, and Mortuus Ortus playing that show.
Okay.
And then we just got offered a show down at O'Brien's.
Uh-huh.
Down in, is that Cambridge?
No, that's
Or is that
Alston.
Alston?
That's Alston.
Alston.
Yeah.
Alston.
So we'll
Tuesday
be
night.
we'll be playing that on a Tuesday night, November 24th. That was a last minute gig. We just actually got that show today.
Oh wow.
And let's see, December 12th is the next big one up at Millie's. That we will also have. Let's see, who the hell's on that show?
Is it Eternal Embrace from
Beneath the
Understanding?
Stone, Eternal Embrace, and Us.
Oh, cool.
And well, once we go and talk with the other guys, might have Potsy on that bill too.
Yeah.
Help fill it up, and geez, I mean, there's the next things I don't believe are scheduled till farther on in the date, but you can get all that information on MySpace anyway.
Right. Right.
We're really good about keeping up to date on making sure we send out invitations and get people knowing that this show is happening.
Right.
So
The next wave is Facebook.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yes.
we're on that
The
now.
population's migrating to
Oh, absolutely.
space.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we have more, but we're getting there when it comes to that. We found that web communication, it's not bad, but we still have a lot to do when it comes to the current role. Talking
Yeah,
about it, passing out the flyers, things like that, kind of hitting the streets. We're hoping to certainly build the
Word of mouth.
Yeah.
Word of mouth is it,
Yeah.
People come to our live shows and hopefully really enjoy it, and then hopefully tell their friends and come back with their friends. We actually have seen a lot of repeat people come to our shows,
Good.
which is
Yeah.
awesome. It's like you see somebody once, they're like, okay, cool, but when you see someone 2 times, 3 times, out, maybe, there's been a few of them, they're like, oh my god, I love you, and, you see them time to time, and it's a good feeling to know that they come back. And then, we've gotten some really good feedback, people seeing us recently, the Middle East especially, and people just saying, oh my god, you guys were even better than I remember you a few months ago. It's just like, that just feels awesome, that just
Yeah.
feels so good.
Yeah.
So.
yeah, it's nice to know that the band's always in a constant state of evolution. Like everything's always growing or getting better. There's not really a stagnancy to it. Because everybody knows stagnancy causes a little bit of loss of heart,
Right.
and then the feeling's just not there anymore, and it kind of leads to a lousy energy.
Right. Right.
So
Absolutely.
we're definitely very
Yeah, it's a strong progression.
energy-related people.
Yes.
You'd almost think we were Buddhist or something.
Well, we should mention the MySpace one more time so people know where to get your music and your show listings and all that.
Absolutely. Google.com, I'm sure many of you are very familiar with it. If you type in Mortuus, Mortuus Ortus, that'll bring you to multiple links. That'll bring you to our MySpace page. And right from there, we have all of our shows listed, our tunes are up. And send us a note. Say, hey, we want to meet as many folks as we can. And we'd love to hear from you.
All right. Sounds good. Andrea, anything else you wanted to ask? Or?
I'll see you on Saturday at Millie's. I can't
Can't
wait
wait.
to hear
Yeah.
you guys.
Absolutely.
You guys
Can't wait
sound
to play for
great.
Thank you.
Cool. luck, guys. And
Thank you.
Thank you, Matt.
we'll wrap up with another track from the demo. What do you guys want to play?
6 feet to success.
6 feet,
Friday
yeah.
every.
All right,
We're,
6 feet
we're,
to success.
we're only 6 feet away, so let's do it.
Mortuus Ortus here on Remote Transmission on IPMNation.com. Thanks, guys.
Grave.